Good morning, everyone. This is Robert T. Green, CEO of Pre-Post Game. Today is Thursday, September the 6th, 2018. And welcome to the Pre-Post Games podcast, sponsored by the African American Athlete, hosted by Mr. Michael Robinson and Mr. Ricky Hampton every Tuesday from 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as they cover sports from an African American perspective, from the past, present, and obviously the future. This podcast is basically being brought to you by prepostgame.com. For more on me and what my company does, sports business management, check us out at prepostgame.com. Follow at the Players Rep 1 on Twitter, Players Rep 1 on Instagram, or the Players Rep on Facebook. And so this topic we're talking about today, as the season is upon us tonight, 7:30 p.m. as Atlanta Falcons take on the Philadelphia Eagles. We're talking about the Colin Kaepernick Nike 30 campaign. And again, as I know, is my mantra, sports is not a game and it's all business. And so before you guys go out and start buying Nike products, and like many have done throughout the last few days, I wanted to just make you guys aware of quite a few things. Again, sports is not a game, it is all business. And this podcast is going to teach you nothing else as such. If this video educates, empowers, protects you in a way, please like and share. Because at the end of the day, many people need to understand how these things go. So, regarding the Nike campaign commercial that's already been leaked already, you see Serena Williams, you see LeBron James, you see Shaquem Griffin, who has one arm and played football as a Seattle Seahawks linebacker who's starting this week. You see Colin Kaepernick, and again, which the slogan says, if you believe in something, something, you'll be willing to lose everything. The fact of the matter is, there's been some backlash by many people who don't support Colin Kaepernick, but in Nike's actual way of go about doing business, for those who don't know, Nike, Colin Kaepernick is a Nike-sponsored athlete, and when the NFL no longer allowed Colin Kaepernick, who has an actual collusion case going on right now, which proceeds as the arbitrator said that the NFL may be in the wrong. Colin Kaepernick takes his case further, where he may be able to depose such people such as Jerry Jones, Robert McNair from the Houston Texans, and even the President of the United States possibly, who said things such as, if this guy takes a knee, they should be suspended. So this case moves forward. So to tie into how this thing adds up right now when it comes to this actual campaign being dropped, Nike never stopped paying Colin Kaepernick. And again, when their 30-year campaign, by making him the face of that campaign, you have to understand how Nike became Nike. Nike's a global brand across the world. And when the four people in this campaign focuses on, in particular, 4 to 5 African Americans, as I said, Shaquem Griffin, Odell Beckham, Colin Kaepernick, LeBron James, and Serena Williams. 2 out of the 5 are known in this right now as the greatest to ever do what they do in the history of the sport. Nike athletes. But once again, did Nike make Serena a great tennis player? Did Nike make LeBron a great basketball player? Knowledge is power, and then when you talk about knowing your worth, is a whole nother story. Odell Beckham can be possibly the best NFL wide receiver in history too, if he continues to play at the level that he has on the field and starts to understand the business and his also personal situations off the field. So my point is this: the NFL is also sponsored by Nike regarding their uniforms. So many people saying right now they still don't stand by the NFL and they boycott the NFL. However, this Nike ad campaign, which again, Colin Kaepernick, LeBron, Serena, Odell, as athletes of this actual company, of course they're going to support them. They should. That's the business ploy for them. And they got to say, I support Nike. However, you realize in this campaign that those athletes are getting paid pennies to the dollar. Nike is the one that's making all the money based off of the fact of these great, phenomenal athletes, these great, phenomenal entrepreneurs, these great, phenomenal brands that generate the revenue and that everybody follows. Nike's has basically decided to continue to capitalize off of their greatness. And so again, when you're talking about boycotting the NFL, you can't necessarily boycott the NFL if you're going to go buy Nike products. Right now, the NFL just renewed their contract with Nike up to 2028. The original for that deal that they had prior to, beginning in 2012, was worth $1.1 billion, which the average salary about $220 million a year. So just by right now, as you could say in business, the NFL might say, oh, well, we don't want to deal, we don't want to make the president's fans upset, we don't want to make African-American community athletes and players upset. They're double dipping. So once again, if you're going to invest in something, don't necessarily go and invest into Nike per se directly. All the people I mentioned, Odell, Serena, Shaquem Griffin, Colin Kaepernick, you follow, you believe in what he do, invest in them. They have businesses, they have companies, they have foundations. You can donate your money to them. Going to buy Nike products is falling right into their hand. So again, let's say you bought a Nike shoe worth $120. Again, Kaepernick, LeBron, Serena, Odell, they may get, let's say, $20 combined with all 5 of them. Each one of them get $4 in it. Nike gets the rest. Sports is not a game. Sports is all business. We talk about shoes and sneakers and Nike and who the product and the consumer is regarding the sneaker from day one, when these athletes all of a sudden want to become the actual next Odell or next whatever, which is what this commercial is all about. When they telling you to be the best at what you do, you seeing athletes at that level that have been great in what they do, and they actually wear Nike. So a kid who's dreaming, who's 6 years old, and his mama take him to the store, you're gonna go pick up those Nikes. That's a win for Nike. That's a win. But you as a parent, are you investing in your kid to understand what's actually going on? Or are you just gonna foster a dream of something that without any type of structure, backbone, or actual plan, that is gonna go nowhere, right back to where it started? People don't know who Phil Knight is. People don't know they know who Donald Trump is. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump's own response into this actual scenario is that he don't agree with the NFL or the Nike stance. However, he said what makes America great is that they're a business and they can make their own decision. He finished up that statement by saying Nike pays a lot of rent to me. So once again, the bottom line is a business of dollars. Donald Trump in himself, whether he likes the NFL or not, which he's not a part of, he is a part of making money off of Nike. So as long as he can make money off of Nike, he's not going to, cut off his nose to spite his face. So once again, as the consumer, the people that drive the business, whichever way you want to drive it to, understand that because Nike supports Colin Kaepernick, now you got to understand, if you so excited about supporting Nike for supporting Colin Kaepernick, then why didn't you support Colin Kaepernick before Nike did? You gotta wonder. And like I said, when it comes to me, I'm not gonna go back and say, Nike is this great, wonderful organization. What I said in my quote as a player's rep is that simple as this: Cap is a player. Nike, etc., needs the players to succeed. Point blank in the story. For those you don't know, Puma, Adidas also wanted to be a part of, or wanted to be sponsor Colin Kaepernick. Because right now, how Nike gonna turn this thing, and they're gonna come out with a Colin Kaepernick sneaker, and you're gonna buy them. They're going to come out with a Colin Kaepernick like Muhammad Ali t-shirt, and you're going to buy them. Like I said, if this t-shirt is $20, you're going to get the players, Kaepernick, they're going to get $3 or $4, and Nike's going to collect the rest. And they're going to collect the rest, and then they're going to send that money right back to the NFL. So as of right now, the two people that collected the most off of Nike, of the Colin Kaepernick stance of police inequality and injustice and social injustice, is the NFL and President Trump. You guys gotta understand, because somebody does something, and when they do it, it's not by accident. It's not by accident. We have to stop becoming victims and actually pawns to whenever someone makes a decision or something and puts certain faces on that we like and that we care about, not recognizing the grand scheme of things. Colin Kaepernick has done a great thing for people in what he wanted to do. When that happened, people started talking about Pat Tillman, and they should have used that name. Again, to each his own. Pat Tillman, a great former player for Arizona Cardinals, decided to go to the military and it's not playing NFL. Yes, he sacrificed, but once again, you're talking about that patriotism. If it's real patriotism, you can't say that, because once again, Pat Tillman was killed by the United States of America. So what has been happening and exposed is that no, it wasn't that you really cared about Kaepernick not taking a knee. You cared about Kaepernick that basically, as he brought attention to other things you didn't want to acknowledge. Now that Nike actually got behind him, it wasn't about taking a knee still. It wasn't about flags. But those same people still have an issue with Colin Kaepernick. Will let you know who they really are. I have a lot of respect for people, literally respect for people for who they are regardless of the fact. Especially those that basically let you know how it is day one regardless of the fact. You don't like Kaepernick, that's your opinion, that's your prerogative. You don't like me, you don't like the NFL, that's your prerogative. But once again, if you have an actual leg to stand on what you're talking about, and it's not in a broad scope, we will all be better off. But like I said again, before you go out there and buy these actual products, understand what's going on out there. Like I said again, go look up Colin Kaepernick, look up his actual program, what he's doing. Go look up Shaquem Griffin and his story about having one arm. Go look up Odell and what he's doing and how he's branding and building and stuff. Again, help these young men in Serena. Look at what she's doing. Help embrace her. You heard the situation last week about the French open and her cat suit and all those other things like that. But once again, if you feel so strongly about it, put money, put effort, put time behind them. Because again, you know what? If you pay attention to what Nike's done, and will continue to do, is that as long as those kids are wearing sneakers at 3, 4, 5, 7, 15, 20, as long as there's a compression short, a shirt, a bat, a football, whatever they can do, and again, they're going to basically strike gold with one of them. The next Sabrina, the next LeBron, the next Odell is coming. And the truth be told, from an African American community perspective, they're going to look like you. But from the business standpoint, why can't LeBron be Nike? As the video says, don't look for OBJ to wear OBJ's jersey. Look for OBJ to wear your jersey. Time to put those words into actions. My name is Robert T. Green. I'm the CEO of Pre-Post Game. Here to educate and empower and protect the athlete and their family's best interests alone. For more information, check us out at prepostgame.com. Check us out at the hashtag the players rep. Again, this video educated and empower, protect you anyway. Please like and share. Guys, have a great season. God bless and look forward to talking to you soon.